there's this need for sameness, to feel safe. And the moment something isn't the same, then we get activated. Our limbic system is activated. It's like, wait a minute, am I safe if things are changing? Is this the same person in front of me? Is this really, what's happening? Am I safe? Am I safe? Am I safe? Right? Whereas change is normal, and when we're in our frontal cortex, we can actually move with the changes. But frontal cortex means we're connected to our soul as well, because our limbic system blocks our connection to our soul because it puts us in our animal survival, right? Whereas the frontal cortex is what makes it possible that we can have like direct insight, so the crown chakra, direct insight, our third eye, so that we can be connected to our soul. Yeah.
But the limbic brain help us. It's a switch that help us to use the neofrontal cortex. So we need the back brain in order to see, identify, and then we can jump.
So we need to have fluidity.
So we need both.
We need the fluidity between the limbic system and the frontal cortex. So it's not saying, okay, we should only be in the frontal. No, we need to be able to navigate and have fluidity between our limbic system and our frontal cortex, so that we can discern. So is the stimulus of my limbic system, is this a real threat? No, it's not, but there's information there. So what is the information? To get that information, I need to access my frontal cortex, right? And then through accessing my frontal cortex, I create the space and the opening for my soul embodiment, right? Because the limbic system, unregulated, shuts down. It narrows, it contracts our being, and it contracts our frontal cortex. It shuts it off. The lights, there's no firing, right? So we have to learn to understand our limbic system so much that I can be the observer of it, and I can identify what stimulus is activating my limbic system, and then I can choose to say, okay, I can see this stimulus is activating my limbic system, but I know there's more than what I don't see right now. So I want to come to the frontal cortex to have the expanded thought and presence and awareness, so that I can tune in to what is true in the moment, versus having my limbic system access my fears and all my doubts and all my stories that limit my capacity to be present. So it's kind of ironic, because the limbic system is directly connected to the present moment, but if it's imbalanced and it's not a healthy functioning limbic system, it actually blocks us from being present, because it catalyzes all of our fears, right? So the whole thing is like with the breath work and the Ho'oponopono and the realigning, breathing and coming back and regulating our nervous system, so that we can have that expanded view and we can be open to it, because we don't see right away. But at least if I'm saying, okay, I don't know what the insight is, but I know if I breathe, and I know that if I learn to navigate and regulate my limbic system, then I know that higher answer will come. And then I make the space for insight and new knowledge and new connecting the dots to come in.
So with that X, what happens? You say your limbic system say, what a minute, what's going on?
Yeah, so I was watching you do this completely new thing, and I was like, wow, you never did that before. And then I asked myself, well, why does that feel like an issue that I'm like that I had to vocalize? You've never done that before. What is the meaning behind that?
But
and it was
a surprise.
It was a surprise.
Or plus surprise plus
uncertainty. It was surprise plus uncertainty. It created surprise plus uncertainty. See the same man that I know? What's changing? What's going on? Right? But it was all like microseconds.
Oh my God.
Right? But I was watching it. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Right? Because life is all about change. And I love change. And yet I could see, there's a part of me that felt afraid of that change.
Oh.
Right? My limbic system was like, this isn't normal, this isn't the same.
Wow.
Right? So understanding that we have this addiction to sameness.
Yeah.
So we say we want to grow, we want to be different, but we have this addiction to sameness and the safety through sameness. And then that's constantly thwarting us from actually moving forward.
But that's also that you were able to observe, feeling it, and that experience, outward experience, you make it inwardly.
Yes.
And then you process something and new inside.
Until I could articulate it and share the observations.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was really, really cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what else to say.